This is a quick video on reminding how to take a grid reference. So when we take this grid reference, we're going to look at 3 different ways of doing it. The first way is just to use the map, and for those that can divide up the boxes into 10, this is quite easy. If you're close to the edge of the map, then obviously you can see the numbers going in this direction, and actually at this point here you can see that 21, 22 is going up the map, and therefore that this line here is 20. Just a reminder, when we talk about the grid, it's these blue grids here that we're referring to. And in order to take a grid reference, each one of these is divided up into 10. And we can see that along the bottom of the map just here. And so we can imagine these lines being extended up across the whole box. And in effect, if I was to take a grid reference of, let's say, this wood here, I would work out how many lines across it was that box is in. So I'd start with the 19 from here, so it's 19, and then it's 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 19, 7, comma, and then I go the other way, so 20, and then I'd be dividing this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, probably 27, so I'm going to go 20 and 7. And the grid reference for this I would refer to as 19, 7, 27. The next way we're going to look at, and we're just going to move to a slightly different area of the map, so just over here, is using one of these grid reference measurers that we often provide on our jobs. Again, just for ease, I'm going to remind you where that line is. So there is our grid that we're working in, and let's say I wanted to work out what the grid reference for that point there is. Now what this allows us to do is not have to count. So if we're in the middle of the map somewhere, then this is a much easier way of doing it. I'm going to put the black arrow on the cross, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to read across, so 22, and then I'm going to look for the number that is on the next line, so 22, 6. And then coming up, I'm going to say we knew that this line here was 20, we worked it out a minute ago, so 27. Just as a reminder, let's say I was going to do the pond there, I'd put the black bit on there, and this would be 22. I'd look at the number that matches the closest number to this line, 22, 3, and then 24. And you can see it gives the same answer as if I divided it this way. It just meant that I didn't have to divide up the grid. The last way that I can do it is using my compass. So again, let's just look at a fresh grid here, and just for ease, I'm going to show you where that line is, and there it is on the map. And let's say I wanted to take New Barn there. Then I can use the side of the compass, and you can see that I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.5. It's referring to 0.5 of a kilometre, so that's half, that's the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 kilometre. And you can see that 0 to 1, that's 1 kilometre across. So I can measure how far across this is. So we know this is the 22 line, so this would be 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's closest to the 5, 22, 5. Going the other way, we know this is the 22 line, and I, again, not using the edge, I have to go to the 0 to put it on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 22, 8.